through an example. So for instance, I'm trying to be in a state of high accountability, and I work with someone who doesn't appear to be in a state of high accountability. Now, you just heard my language, because otherwise I'd be judging, right? It's like, I'm high accountable, they're not. Ego at play, right? Because my story is they're not accountable. Well, how do I know? Well, I just know, and they don't do, it's like stories, edit your story. It gets down to, I have not yet received this information from this person. What could I do next, right? So if you use an example here about commitment and personal accountability, let's say that I'm working on a team where I'm feeling as if I am doing more than my fair share, okay? That's the situation, the example. Well, let's look at this from this model. So I'm committed to doing everything it takes as long as everyone pulls their weight. Oh my gosh, dang, there was a condition. I'm committed to doing everything I can do as long as somebody doesn't get something in late. So we tend to look at their lack of accountability, but let's look at our lack of accountability. Is I'm very conditional that I will do everything as long as everybody's as smart as I am, as organized as I am, as committed as I am, as fluent as I am. And so if I'm truly committed, I have to remove the conditions and get back in touch with reality. I'm committed to succeed in reality. And I've never, ever been in a reality yet, I'm only 51 years old, that hasn't included somebody at a different level of accountability than me on my team. It just seems to be the way of it. We have a bell-shaped curve, only everywhere I go. So my job is to keep myself on the end of the bell-shaped curve that's all about success. For my company and my team, kind of. For my own happiness, oh yeah, right? Because I like it there. So I've got to look at my commitment. Then I can look at my own resilience. I am really good at working with others who work like I do. I have found that my resilience gets lower when I bump up against somebody who works differently, right? When I was in Guadalajara and everybody took 2.5 hours off for lunch and oftentimes drank, I am like, how do these people, just the judgment, the resilience. When I said, let me get resilient and get multicultural and understand that I need to be here till 8 at night, because when people come back at 2 in the afternoon, they work through 8 at night. And a lot of it has to do with traffic and culture. And so my resilience was my key to this. And then the ownership, when I looked at what they needed to do to be better and what I needed to do, their list was pretty dang long. And so what was I learning? That low accountables get in my way. That I am a victim to low accountables everywhere. And so when I replayed the cycle, I had to get committed to just knowing my reality includes people at varying states of accountability. I need to continually be working on techniques to not enable people, but to get people self-reflective, ask for what I need. I need to own my own stuff, and I need to learn. And do you see how this always gets back to us? What's presented in front of us in our reality is what we need to learn and grow in next. And their business is their business. But my hunch is that every team you're on, you'll have somebody that appears to be in a lower state of accountability than you are. Succeed anyway.